Yeah, damn it. I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark, and it was wrong. All right. As soon as that gets going, we can. All right, and we will go share it to Patreon. What? Oh shit. Pat, text me that code.
Hmm?
Text me that code. Should
Okay.
get something.
92669.
What's one of the topics, Pat?
Parallel universe. NASA finds parallel universe.
Hey, can you pass me that mug, that mint mug? And we go ahead and post it in. What's my color too? Thank you. I eat. So, all right. Damn, folks. All right, people tuning in. We live in this thing. Patrons are here.
What it do, Scary Squad?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Password.
Damn it, it won't let me do it on. Yeah, I was trying to share it to the Discord too, but maybe don't let me do it from here. Boom, 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 boom. Channel. Oh well. Oh, here we go. Cool. Share.
Sheesh.
No. Man, these kids next door, bro. Like they,
Loud.
bro, they babies. So you don't want to like go at the parents like that because they literally babies. But it's like, man, shut them kids up, bro. I gotta close the window and shit because they won't stop. All right, let's get it going, Mike.
Yeah.
What up, Scary Squad? What's popping with y'all?
Hello. Hello, guys. Let me
How are that?
I can see what they talking about in here. YouTube.
Cloudy Village in here. Cloud Village be going hard, bro. I appreciate them.
Everywhere, every time.
Straight up, man. They dope supporters.
Strong. Going strong. I love where is this?
I like that. Boom, boom. All right, now we good. Now we good.
Trying to find it. Oh, it's live. That's why. Okay. I'm going to the live. Here we are. And there's everybody. What up, guys? Okay.
Asian lady said she got pulled over. What you get pulled over for, Chuck?
Oh, I got my pullover.
Oh.
I was like, because she had heart eyes on it. So I was like, I ain't never seen someone excited to get arrested.
Mm-hmm. Are you ready to kick it off, Pat?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary.
Hey, what's been going on, man? What's this week's news in the quarantine, in the Tahir quarantine?
Man, I've been chilling, bro. The new show has kept me busy, zooming with the homies, and we go Monday through Thursday, so it's been fun, bro. Actually, yesterday, I'm gonna be honest with you, yesterday was the first day I went back to the studio and I filmed. We had to do more episodes of Working Is Hard, so
nice.
We had to change the set a little bit, push the seats away, pull the cameras back a little bit, so we still are maintaining the social distancing.
Yeah.
It was like, I think it was me, Maya, guest, and cameraman, and sound. So it was only 6 of us there, so we were under the 10 people maximum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got it in, got it out. 4 episodes knocked out real quick. Got some ass done. It's been good, bro.
You got 4 episodes?
Yeah, knocked 4 more episodes out yesterday.
Nice. Who's the guest?
We got Brandon Lewis, we got Keisha E, we got Precious, and Kenan Baker.
Okay. Oh, okay. I've been seeing comments saying get Precious on there for sure. Oh yeah.
Good time though, man.
That's what's up.
How about you? What you working on?
I feel like definitely Twitch. More stuff with Twitch. I just started a food podcast with my cousin Fred called Caught Snacking. Yeah. So that one's gonna be like, I think we're gonna drop the first one on Friday. But other than that, man, drinking too much, eating too much.
I've had to cut back on the drinking. I've literally just been trying to do more water because I was buying bottles of Tullamore Dew. Like I got 4 bottles. Like I buy them like wine, so I buy them by the 6.
Oh shit!
And people were like, "Party?" I'm like, "Nope, just me."
Just Zoom. it makes going live so much, because if you aren't going live for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, sipping something is dope. It makes it like a little event. But
it definitely helps it. So yeah, man, it's been cool though, man. It's starting to set in. That it was already selling in, but even more so now. Like this could go another 2-3 months. Mm-hmm. Realistically, and it just is what it is, man. So you got to make the best out of it. That's why Zooming with the homies is so well received, because ain't nobody going nowhere, ain't nobody doing nothing, and like when the world opens back up, the show probably won't keep going unless I like film it and then put it up. But like I won't be able to do it live because everybody ain't gonna be at home at the same time.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So this is good for that right now. So keep it going as long as I can. You know what I'm saying?
Especially y'all comics. I feel like y'all be out 7 to 1 a.m. every single night.
Mm-hmm. And I miss it.
Do you? I know you. I mean, it's crazy, like seeing like hardcore stand-up comics tweet about like, man, when this comes back, when shit opens up again, I'm running the light. I'm gonna be on stage. Like it's crazy, like seeing how much it's like a part of y'all too.
Yeah, man, it is like, and it's a muscle. Like I think the biggest fear is people fearing that they won't be as sharp as they were when all of this ended and it started, because like comedy is a muscle, man. So you got to constantly work in it. If you're not on that stage, you better at least be on somebody's podcast every week, working that muscle out. So, from this and working with Kev and doing videos every day, and then the other stuff I got going on, I'm at least trying to stay sharp and stay, fit in the gym, the comedy arena. So when it does open back up, it won't be too much of a lack.
So this stuff does help, like Zoom and lives and all that stuff.
Oh yeah. It keeps you quick on your toes, man. You reading something, you like, oh, that shit crazy. And make a video about making videos every day. That shit works. That shit is always helpful. So yeah,
Right.
all of that helps.
Right. Damn. That's crazy. I feel like things aren't as bad as they're making it seem. Like, I don't know if they're gonna do the full 3 months, because like right after they said that, other cities started opening back up immediately. So
Man, did you see that picture about Ohio?
is that the one with the
No, it was like bars in Ohio open back up.
bars?
Bro, shit was packed, bro. I was like, oh, y'all wilding.
People don't care for sure.
Yeah.
There's a video going viral about this beach. I don't know where it was at, but it's like they were partying with like Jeeps and stuff like that. And they were just like, I don't care about social distancing. I want to party. And then they interviewed the police and they're just like, yeah, we can't really enforce it. There's just way too many people here. Like, there's no way we can enforce it. And I was like, what? That makes no sense.
And not only that, though, like you seen the video, it came out, I want to say a couple of days ago, of like the cops arresting like some black people in the neighborhood because they weren't social distancing and all that. And I was like, well, maybe the video old, but some of the cops had on face masks, not all of them. Some of the cops had on face masks. I was like, oh nope, this is current. But
Damn.
then, like 2 weeks ago, you saw the cops handed out water and face masks in New York to all the people that were sitting at that park. Did you see that? Just walking around handing out water and handing out face masks. Nobody was getting arrested. Nobody was getting pressured. And it's just like, wow, bro.
You said that they were arresting black people at a party for not social distancing?
No, it wasn't a party. They were just out. They were like at a park. Like this dude was at a fountain. One dude was at a fountain. And I don't know what was going on. But yeah, man, I just was like, damn.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. I mean, it sucks because it's like, I ain't even surprised at this stuff anymore. And that's the scariest part. Like, I saw this video of some dude today getting tased. I watched a couple seconds and I just kept scrolling. It's just like, it sucks that it's gotten to that level where I'm just like
kind of numb to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an everyday thing. You see this stuff, bro. It'd be crazy as hell, boy. You know what's wild? Out of nowhere, like completely nowhere, Shaun King reached out to me. Shaun King, the activist.
Really?
Yeah. He just was like, I'm gonna read you. He hit me up on Instagram.
Shaun King.
He hit me up and he was like,
SH or SE?
Shaun King is SH. No. Hold on. Let me be sure. It's crazy. I see it all the time, but I can't tell you right out the gate what it was.
Sean Kingston?
No. Shaun King, the activist. Like he always rallying for, like he was one of the big names that was rallying for the arrest of the two white men that gunned down Ahmaud.
Oh, it's SHAUN.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I've seen him before.
Yeah. So he just reached out. He was like, hey, my friend, glad to connect. Hope you're well, rooting for you. Tough times, let's keep pushing for good. Shaun. I was just like, at first I thought it was like spam, like, you know, so they got programs that just send out messages like on Facebook and Instagram to like all your followers and stuff like that. But then I went to his page. I was like, oh shit, he actually follows. He follows me, Tony, Kev, all of us.
Oh,
and so I was like, well, thank you, bro. You've been an amazing beacon of light for our community. I appreciate you, champion, and your bravery and voice for all of us. And so, yeah, man, you just liked it, and I was like, cool, Shaun King.
He's watching.
Yeah, I had no idea.
He got 1.9 on the gram. That's pretty good for an activist. He's a famous ass activist.
Oh, it was the most random thing because it was like it was no context in anything. That's what I thought. That's why I thought it was like super random. But like it was just him reaching out, and I was just like, oh, okay, hey man, well thank you, bro.
Hella dope.
Yeah,
I gotta looks like I gotta talk to a couple of the people in the chat offline. They have some opinions
about what?
I don't know, but hey, if Shaun King, if you're watching, shout out to you. I don't know who you are, but hey, thanks for the shout out. That's dope. Real quick,
comments what they said.
Yeah, what?
I'll say I was looking in the comments for what they were saying.
Yeah, there's a lot of opinions. A lot of opinions. Shout out to our patrons. Wow, I went for that twice and failed both times. Shout out to our patrons. We do this live for them a little bit earlier if you're watching this on Thursday. And they're in the chat. You guys can't see them, but shout out to our patrons and our patrons only. Real quick, I feel like this quarantine is wild, but the shit on our timeline, like we done found aliens during this quarantine, more murder hornets, like new diseases, all this wild stuff. And today's main story is really no different, because look at this. This is the name of the article. NASA scientists detect evidence of parallel universe where time runs backwards. That's the New York Post saying this. And when I read that, it was the same reaction I got when they said, hey, by the way, UFOs are real. And it was just on a random Tuesday. That kind of stuff is what's happening. But before we get into that, I do want to go into a real quick story that just popped up on the timeline. And I was just like, this guy's pretty amazing. LeBron James. He just told people that he trained for an NFL career in 2011, and Dallas Cowboys actually offered this big nigga a contract. Imagine being so good at sports that you dominate in basketball, and then you get the offer to go and play football on a professional level. I think he would have been good too.
I mean, Mike did it. Mike wasn't good at baseball. Well, he wasn't great at baseball.
Well, that ruined his legacy.
Yeah. I mean, well, not the number 23, because when he came back, he was a different number. So from Mike, from the legacy of him wearing a 23, still spotless. Okay, so all right. We're not even gonna mention the baseball part. Let's just act like I didn't say that part right
there. I mean, that's why I'm glad that LeBron didn't do it, because he could have sort of slipped up his NBA rep. But that's just dope to know. I could have done both. I hear that Allen Iverson? Allen Iverson was a quarterback who could have gone to the league too. There's a couple of dominating athletes that low-key considered football because they played both in high school. But as a nigga that's not athletic, I saw that and I was like, fam, some people got it. Would you have wanted to see LeBron in the NFL?
I wouldn't have watched it.
You would have or wouldn't?
Wouldn't have. I might have just caught I'm a more of a highlights clip type of guy. I don't really be watching the whole thing like that, because I just until it gets to the Super Bowl, I don't really be paying too much attention to it.
Same. I definitely watch for that though.
Yeah.
But it's funny that you mentioned Michael Jordan, because it's going viral right now. I guess after the documentary. All this time, everybody thought that legendary game where he was sick, he had the flu, and it was bad pizza.
Right. They even named the shoes after it. They called the shoes the flu game.
Right. And now they're saying that they need to change the name to the Bad Pizza 12s or whatever it is. But I don't know. That's kind of not as cool.
Ain't no kinda. It's too late. They got to just leave it at that, bro. It's too late to try to go back and switch that.
Keep it at flu?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just keep it at that.
Well, I mean, to be honest, he was known for being a gambler, right?
Yeah.
He would literally go to Vegas and go straight to the games from there, right? So I don't know. The more I look at it, it seems like a hangover.
I don't know. Listen, man, I can't say either way, man. I've only seen certain clips of the Last Dance. I didn't even start watching it yet. Every time I think about it, I'm sleepy. I'm like, I don't want to start it right now. So I caught the first 2 episodes of Insecure. I haven't gone back to that. I haven't watched any of Last Dance. I'm behind on a lot of stuff, bro. I haven't had the time, which is crazy to think because we're in quarantine, but I really have not had the time.
It's weird. It's weird to think that we're busier when the world shut down.
Yeah. Really, for real, especially when it comes to filming, dude. We film through the week, and then I film every night, and then on Fridays I have to film the music show. And bro, literally, you never know what the All Def might need from you over the weekend. I had to do the HBCU thing on Sunday.
Right.
It's always something, bro. So
That's why I got
both
that.
days off.
That's why I got that posture corrector, because there was a day this week that between meetings, shooting shows, shooting live shows, and shooting my own stuff, I was on Zoom from like 11 a.m. to around 10 p.m. Like I did like a full day, and I was like, I ran to Jack in the Box and ate it in the lobby before we went live. Like it was like real, it was really insane, but it's fun though.
I ain't gonna hold you. I went and got one.
Did you get it? Where is it? Let me see this.
Hold on, let me go grab it.
Hey, whoever makes that, I know a lot of them are happening on Amazon, but hit me up because I'm out here selling them for you. The posture corrector. I actually, shit, I'll get mine too. Mine's in arm's reach. Wow. Yeah, if y'all are content creators or just be doing meetings online, I'm not getting paid for this, but just because we like helping, get you a little posture corrector, get you to
Hold on.
and it feels like you're taking your bra off at the end of the day. That's what I assume that feels like. Protect your back. That's hilarious. I'm gonna come up with a posture corrector called Protect Your Spine.
I let Farron use it yesterday, and she's looking for it right now because I had to order her one, but I got the extra straps because it comes with the extender, so you can put the extra straps on it. So you see that, but I'm waiting for her to find it. But
is that because the original one can't wrap all the way around your body? You had to get like extra strips.
It came with it. So
I thought they like sent you like the.
Why don't you shut up?
The love handle edition. I don't know what the brand is. I think if you just go to Amazon, they're all different. Yeah. Yeah, man, protect your alignment more than anything.
We'll put the link in what is it? The Patreon or the Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit this company up. Forget this. We need a collab.
Bro, I just reached out to Tish and told her like, yo, I need a new one sheet because I'm reaching out to Tullamore Dew this week, bro. I'm like, yo, it's my followers across this platform. I built the YouTube page up. I'm telling them everything, all the brands we work with right now on DIYS, and working is hard. It is right here.
Hey, oh, you got the one with the American flag.
Yeah, I guess it just came like that. I didn't.
Does it say Trump?
No, it says Truio.
Oh, I was like, damn, that's a weird thing to put your political agenda on.
What if we found out right now I was a hardcore Trump? Like I pulled the table back and you saw a Confederate flag, got tons of MAGA hats.
I would just have questions. I don't think that would change much. I would just be like, why didn't I see this coming?
Yeah.
Why have I seen little to no evidence of this? But I mean, that's low-key a bar though, because alcohol companies are skyrocketing through this quarantine. So I'm pretty sure a little sponsorship. You're like, man, I'm on Zoom all day drinking.
All day.
No shit.
Pay me for that. Man, I like when I tell you I got bottles, bro. Like, hold on, bro. It's not even a thing, bro. Like I'm not even like kidding, bro. Like this is a custom one right here. It's got my name on it.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Got the custom joint. I got that like 2 years ago.
Send them this clip right now.
And then, bro, I keep them on deck, bro. Like,
woo.
That's 4 right there.
And you can knock a bottle out by yourself?
Well, I'm not gonna promote alcoholism, but I can. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has been done. You know what I'm saying? Over.
Woo.
Yeah, I keep one in the car too, because you never know what party might kick off at. And by party, I mean me drinking.
You got a glass near you?
I do.
Yeah, let's take some shots, bro. Damn internet, you scary. Let's do it. I got a little bit. On me. Patrons, you guys join in on this.
I get it.
To keeping your head up above the water during this quarantine. I got a little. This ain't good. This is Hornitos. But y'all go ahead and do this with us if you at home. Let's take a shot to us, to the patrons, to the podcast, to the surviving through this quarantine. Yep. Okay, I see you guys in the comments. You guys getting ready with us? For sure. Rack them up. I got the little skeleton glass.
Oh, that's clean, bro. Oh, wait, we were supposed to take shots, huh? I didn't pour the whole glass. Hold on. I'll make
No, do what you gotta do.
I get a shot. I got some shot glasses in the bar.
I'd be, man, I'm probably gonna have to end up twitching after this because Twitch is my favorite thing to do when I'm buzzed.
All right, bing.
All right, patrons, raise your glass to the screen. We out here.
Hey man, so much success and coming out as this thing better than we went into it.
Let's go. Some hair on your chest.
Yeah, man.
I love it. Today just got more interesting out of nowhere, just like that.
That right there, I don't know why, just put me in a better mood. I was already in a good mood, but I was kind of tired because we were supposed to shoot this like 30 minutes ago. For people that don't, we were supposed to start like 30 minutes ago at 4. And Pat was like, yo, can we push it to 4:30? And I was like, yeah, sure. Man, I took me a quick little power nap, little 20-minute power nap. It was just what I needed, cuz.
There you go. Silver lining.
Yeah, man.
Real quick, I would like to shout out.
Oh, wait a second before you do that, because I want to put my sweater on. I don't want to be out here looking crazy when we do that.
You do look like you have a little 6-shooter attached to that shit.
I gotta get it right. Hold on. I think I might have put it on inside out.
And then you gotta accessorize.
You gotta get used to this thing because it is not like the most comfortable when you first put it on. It does what it's supposed to do.
Well, that's the thing. It shows. This thing showed me that slouching is comfortable, but it's horrible. Yeah. So it's like I'm just over here like sitting like a soldier. It's not the most comfortable, but it's better than the alternative. I was playing this game called Final Fantasy, and there was this little kid who had a backpack on and this fly-ass handkerchief attached to it. And I was like, nigga, that's dumb. That's stupid. Ridiculous. And I just left the camera and I came back like this. I just copied that nigga shit.
That's hilarious. All right,
I gotta get it.
Before we get right to it, and then we get it going right after that. Boom. All right, now we're straight.
Cool. So real quick, while we're in the selling mood, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Mint Mobile. All right. Yeah. This is a new wireless provider that's on the scene. If you're still using one of these big wireless providers this year, you should just, stop and ask yourself, like, what are you really paying for? It's between expensive retail stores, inflated prices, all those hidden fees. You know how when you look at your phone bill, I literally just had to call my my previous provider for one of the bills this year. And I asked them, I was like, is there another account on this? What are these other things? Like, am I in a family plan? Like, what are all these things? And those things can hit you like over the head when those bills come. So, it seems like a lot of times it seems like you're being taken advantage of because they know you'll pay. You won't just be like, all right, we'll take my phone away. But here comes Mint Mobile on the scene. Mint Mobile provides the same premium network coverage that you're used to, but literally a fraction of the cost because everything is online. So all these big packages, all these like mainstream packages that you're paying an arm and a leg for, Mint Mobile gives you the same network coverage, but you just paying less.
I'm talking about you can get your bill down to like just $15 every month. It gets no better than it. Cause I mean, like, I'm almost ashamed to show y'all what my bill is. Like,
I'm ashamed too.
Bro, I'm gonna show you just a quick little smidget of it. And this is just for like,
I'm nervous for 2 reasons. Cause either it's more than mine and I'm like, damn, to here, or it's less and I'm like, well, I'm being robbed.
Bro, this is for 3 lines. Okay. So let me show you what it is. I don't know if y'all can see that, but wait for it. $396.52.
Ooh.
That's 3 lines. 3 lines. Now everybody got unlimited everything, all of that, but $396.52. Now, granted, like we're paying for the kids just got a phone. I think my phone's paid off. My parents paying for a phone, so we're paying for maybe 2, maybe 3 phones. I don't know, but yeah, $396. So when Mint hit us up, they was like, "Yo, we need firsthand experience." I was like, "Yeah, I don't care. Let me try it. Because if it's fire, I'm gonna be with it." So I was like, when I tried it, first of all, service is good. I didn't have any drop calls, and I didn't have any lagging or anything like that. I also got some internet data, and I was like, "Yo," I was actually really impressed because a lot of times you get these companies that pop up, you hadn't heard much about them, and you don't know what you're doing. But I can say Mint is the real deal. First off, they sent me a nice little box of some swag. Can I tell you, I use this mug every day. This is my coffee and tea mug every day, bro.
It don't even got nothing to do with service. They just good at making cups too.
I love everything else was extra, but I was like, I love mugs. You know me, I love hot beverages. So everything came together, man. They send you everything. You get the SIM card right here. You plug it into your phone. They give you a step-by-step process of how to do it. It's super easy. All you got to do is just follow instructions, and the packaging and everything is super easy to do, activate. I'm a fan of Mint Mobile, man. Like, I don't know if you could tell, but like, I'm a real fan.
Chill the fox out, man. This is one of the few endorsements that we get that I also tell people off the show also, because it's like, it takes something like you got all the swag. It takes something like this to really realize, like, what was I paying for? Because as somebody who used to be sitting at $140 a month by myself, nothing, just $140 a month. After switching to this, it's literally like, okay, I'm getting the same thing without a ridiculous bill. You have more? What? Is that a sock?
It's socks, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So here's a fan. But real quick, with Mint Mobile, you'll stop paying for unlimited data that you'll never use. You choose between plans with 3, 8, or 12 gigs. You can use your own phone with Mint Mobile. Their plan, keep your same number, all the existing contacts. You don't have to make a complete switch. And you can ditch your old wireless bill and start saving with Mint Mobile. So to get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free.
Absolutely.
Go to mintmobile.com and then /DIYS. One more time, that's mintmobile.com /DIYS, and cut your wireless bill to $15 a month.
That's crazy.
I'm done. I'm done paying the big bucks.
Yeah, man, me too.
Bills are enough. Is that another one? Is that a water bottle cooler?
It's just the koozie. But they sent me so much swag. I use all of it, dog.
Shout out to Mint for having the unnecessary part of the swag. They're like, yeah, we're a phone company, but here's some socks. We make fire socks too.
I got a pen. I got gum. I'm out here with Mint. I take them everywhere I go. It's my American Express. My MasterCard. I don't leave home without it.
Oof. Yeah, people are dropping their what they pay in the comments, and it's all ridiculous. You guys are right. What you're paying is ridiculous. So we'll go ahead and make that switch.
Mm-hmm.
If you do so, please. All right.
I got beauty talking about I'm a damn groupie. You damn right. I am a groupie and a fan of somebody that's gonna save me damn near $360 a month. Yes, I'm a fan.
That's what you should be a groupie for.
Absolutely. You're not gonna shame me into saving money. I absolutely will do it.
Groupie for sales, for sure. I'm with that. I gotta talk about this story. Everybody's sending it to me. I was like, okay, this is damn internet you scary gold. All right, so this ain't just some hack in the middle of the desert or Antarctica with a little thing. This is NASA. Okay, NASA scientists detect evidence of a parallel universe that's going backwards compared to ours. So, this is New York Post. They said in a scenario straight out of the Twilight Zone, a group of NASA scientists were working on an experiment in Antarctica, and they detected evidence of a parallel universe. Now, if you've watched the show, you know that Antarctica is crawling with all types of wild stuff, We don't know what most of the stuff is going on in there. For some reason, the Nazis went there and they had something that was super top secret going on over there. And it's the only place in the entire globe that all nations have decided that it doesn't belong to anybody. Now, if you know anything about politics and human beings, owning stuff, big part of that. So what the heck is in Antarctica that makes it so that the most greedy people of the planet, the rulers, they say that this is off limits, nobody can own this. So we have a bunch of NASA scientists. I read an article that said that they basically send these balloons filled with antennas across, and they sort of try to pick up these signals. They did it 2 times. Nothing really happened besides these weird noises. And then the 3rd time they said, well, maybe there's something behind these random noises that we're writing off. Let's investigate them. So that 3rd one, they found a signal that was not coming from outer space, which they were looking for. They were looking for signals from space. It was actually coming out of the ground. It was coming upwards. And so, yeah, according to New York Post, says the experts used a giant balloon to carry NASA's Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, or ANITA, high above the Antarctica, where the frigid, dry air provided a perfect environment with little to no radio noise to distort its finding. A constant wind of high energy particles constantly arrives on Earth from outer space. So that's what they were looking for. Low energy subatomic neutrinos, which at this point, I don't even know what that is, with a mass close to 0 can pass completely through Earth, but higher energy objects are stopped by the solid matter of our planet. So basically, they found this signal that was coming up from the ground, and people don't even really have a hypothesis about it. But the weird thing is that the main thing that they think that's going on is that this signal represents a parallel universe that's completely it's like the upside down world. It's like us, but everything is flipped. The easiest way I've seen this described was
Benjamin Button.
You said what?
Benjamin Button.
Pretty much. It says when they examined the signal, it seemed to be the signature of a high energy particle. It's not what they were looking for, but it was coming from bearing from below as opposed to the sky. And all suggestions were rooted out in known physics because they didn't know how to account for this signal. What's left is shocking in the implications, because it says that explaining this signal requires the existence of a topsy-turvy universe created in the same Big Bang as our world, and it exists in parallel with it. So the Big Bang made us and something else, and this signal is like the one thing that is connecting us to him that we found so far.
Okay, so wait. Where is this coming from? Is this on Earth or this at another planet?
This is Antarctica. So all that weird stuff that was already going on with Antarctica, right?
Right.
They were basically sending out these balloons looking for signals because it's so dry and vast there that it can pick up these signals with no radio interference. There's nothing there, right? So they were looking for a signal from space, and the only thing they got were these random noises, right? So they wrote them off. The 3rd time they did it, they were like, maybe there's something in these noises, so they specifically analyzed those. And these were like years apart too. So they found a high energy particle, and that they basically, NASA said, explaining the signal requires the existence of a topsy-turvy universe created the same time that we were in the Big Bang. And it existed this whole time in parallel, but in this mirror world, positive is negative, left is right, and time runs backwards. And it is literally it says, NASA even said, this is the most mind-melting idea to have ever emerged from the Antarctic ice.
Well, I think it's clear to everybody what's going on. There's obviously a portal to our mirror opposite world in Antarctica.
That sentence whooped your ass.
Man, I was walking through them words like, shut the fuck up, man. that Twitter clip of that nigga getting jumped like, bite back, nigga, bite back. that
That's what we
Wait,
just
I
saw.
gotta try it again. Okay.
Go one more time.
That's obviously that's obviously a portal, a dimension door to our opposite world in Antarctica.
That's scary though. Can you imagine that there are two niggas that look just like us underneath us doing a podcast right now, except time is it's gonna be morning for them in a few hours.
Right.
Instead of night.
Thing, like, all right, so if that's the case, do they read right to left instead of left to right? And do they finish their sentences with what we would start our sentences with? Is everything opposite, or is it just like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the stuff. That's when I started freaking myself out. But like, well, how far does this rabbit hole go? Like, do songs start with the ending? Like they start with their hardest bars and then it gets lighter as the song progresses.
That's funny. I don't know. I think it's because this was such a sci-fi idea until today that nobody actually like really considered it. It was always just like, all right, for this movie, there's a parallel universe, blah, 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 Rick and Morty, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, to hear NASA say it is not only mind-blowing, but it's also like, what the hell is happening with this quarantine? Is the world about to end and they're just giving us all the secrets that they were, because like the UFO thing was just like, that happened and now everybody's back to normal. Like,
but you know what? Here's the thing about the UFO thing. That video had like surfaced a while ago. NASA just didn't confirm it. Like,
right.
Or the government didn't confirm it. But I have saw that video before. That's number one. Number two, I feel like, you know, they like, with everything going on, let's just see how people react to this shit that we've really found years ago. You know what I mean?
No better time. Everybody's freaked out. Well, everybody's freaked out about a million things. And if we didn't have that to worry about, we would zoom in on this or zoom in on the aliens and stuff like that. So I don't know. After the murder hornets, I was just like, all right,
bro,
whatever.
It ain't safe like nowhere, bro. Like what can we do? What can we do? I feel like we really can't do that. We got to just stay in the house. Now I wish I had stayed in Missouri and just bought a big ass house. My boy Charles Bell, man. I went to high school with this dude. Real good dude, man. He got a real good job at the college, and he just bought a crib. I forget where, but it's like out in the county, but it looks like the country. Big ass crib. I ain't never seen somebody crib like on my level, my friends, high school, with a fountain in their foyer. He has a fountain.
And he owns it?
He owns it.
Okay.
He's also like a sneakerhead. So he collects sneakers, like he buys in bulks, and he's not a reseller. He's just collecting it to build a collection, and then he might open up a store or something like that. But he buys every pair of ones, every pair of exclusive, so he just buys them. Like Charles is doing really, really.
What does
really
he do?
He's in pharmaceutics company. Yeah, he does.
Pharma what?
Pharmaceutics.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can tell you were nervous for that one. He's in medicine.
Yeah.
He sells the medicine.
I knew it was different because he always supports me when I do shows back at the crib. And then a couple years ago, he pulled up to a show in a Maserati. I was like, "This you?" He was like, "It's one of them. One of them, nigga." Shout out to Charles.
Love to see it. He out here banking off of that COVID. He got the COVID white Maybach.
Man, it's clean. It's all black with the red inside. You got the red guts on it. Yeah, just posted a picture. And that's my dog too, bro. Like he's a solid. Like some people, like you get out of high school, you lose contact.
Yeah.
But he's always been a solid bro, man, and always
fire. That's super fire.
Yeah, this is him right here in a Mozzie.
Oh, he looked newly rich.
Yeah, he got the girls in the back seat.
Okay, put the little babies in the Maybach.
And he be
little babies in the bucket seat.
He be making videos of his daughters helping him unbox the shoes that he gets. Like my boy got the shoes on deck, bro. Like anything
the J's.
Yeah, J's, the ones, Fear Gods, Yeezys. He collects them all, bro.
I never had the ankles for Jordans, and I just bashed the brand because I don't look good in them, and I'm just like, yeah, Jordans people who buy Jordans, but it's really just because I'm hating because I don't got the legs or the ankles for
What
it.
do you mean you don't have the ankles for it? Like even in high tops?
I don't know. I don't know. It's like when I put them on and I wear jeans or shorts, it just looks dumb. It looks real dumb. I don't have
You
the
know what's crazy is that I'm so used to you wearing joggers or sweats. Like we've talked about this. Anytime you wear jeans, we be like,
where you going?
what the fuck is happening? What happened? Somebody steal all your joggers?
Where you
We've
going?
been at events and Pat, like it was an after 5 event or something that Pat had to dress up for, and Pat wore jeans, and I was just taken so aback. Like I felt like something was wrong. I had to pull him to the side and ask him, is everything all right at home?
No, that's my tuxedo. That's my tuxedo. If I put on jeans, it's an upscale event. And if it's an actual upscale event, I'm not going because I don't have anything. I'll borrow from my brother.
Because you got the pictures in the what was it at? You got the pictures in the suit jacket.
I had to host that event though.
Oh,
I couldn't flake. I couldn't flake. That was work. That was my work outfit.
Pat, you hella photogenic, bro.
You said what?
You hella photogenic. I was looking at this picture, like, hey, this nigga Pat look artsy as hell.
Hey, okay. Shout out to Nami Wear.
You know, like sometimes you see somebody, you're like, oh, they look photogenic, and then they look artsy, and they not really artsy, just a nigga that like to smoke weed. But you really fit the stereotype. You like are true to every stereotype about you. Love weed, hella artsy, do your own thing, kind of keep to yourself, but people are drawn to you.
Well, despite what everybody thinks, I actually don't really mess with incense like that. that's the one thing niggas be having wrong about me every time. Like black soaps, incense. I don't be making my own candles and shit.
I love candles, bro. The smells are like my thing, bro. I went to Target today, man, and this is my favorite candle right here. The Chesapeake Bay Snuggly Sweater. I buy them out every time. Every time they restock, I restock.
I'm obsessed with candles too. It's so funny. I had this really bad joke that I did on stage, and it was about how I am jealous of homosexuals in some certain aspects because I feel like I live the life of a gay man that's not into penis because they have all the dope shit, man. I love candles. I love apricot scrubs. I be having soaps in my showers that are like hella frilly and girly. I don't be having like the Axe and Body and Old Spice. It's like they have all the dope stuff, and it's like their lifestyle is cool. Just no penis, please. Like just give me all the fun, all the products. Just no niggas. Super dumb, but it's like when it comes to like candles, nigga, face wash, lotions, like I'm all in. I was up in death.
Y'all talk so much shit about me and my upkeep, and then to hear you say this, you motherfucker, because y'all know me. I'm a member at Hammer and Nail, so I go get manicures, pedicures monthly. Sometimes twice a month when I have the time. I got a coffee scrub for my face and for my beard.
Those are great. Those are great.
It's so great because caffeine opens up the pores. It's good for it. So it absorbs the moisture, and it also moves because the coffee is coarse, it removes the dead skin on your face. And you can also use it on the bottom of your feet. I got the pumice scrub in the shower, get the bottom of my feet. You know what I'm saying? Like I take care of myself, bro. You only get one body.
Yeah, that shit is fire.
They can laugh all they want, but you only get one body. You could pay for a new one, but I'm like, nigga, I'm pretty attached. I've had this one for a while, so I would like to keep all the pieces.
I would never admit this in Squadcast, ever. But the amount of nights, like if I was hanging out with like a chick or something, the amount of nights that we would have like face masks, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Wait a second, you wear the chick got face masks?
Clay, the paper ones, the bubble ones. Oh, come on.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I did a foot mask. The foot mask, it comes a pair.
Like
No, it's just like the face mask, right? Except you slide your foot in, and then you it has like a little piece of sticky part. You like strap it over. It's literally like a sock, and inside the sock it has like all the the nutrients and the scrub and
That sounds fire.
bro, you keep it on for 20 minutes, take it off. You talking about the smoothest feet on your side of the street, bro. I couldn't wait to put my flip flops on and go shine on these hoes at Ralph's. I was like, you see it, nigga? I'm out here, cuticles pressed back, toenails clipped. You see what I'm out here doing, bro. Don't play with me, bro.
People assume because I have dreads and I be in sweats that I don't be like, I be just not taking care. If people knew that I was a germaphobe, neat freak, and I just be like, I be doing shit like this, it would go up against everything.
Bro, here's the thing. Like, I've been like that. Like, these are always in my bag when I travel. Wet ones and also sanitary wipes for when I use the restroom. I always got hand sanitizer. I ain't new to this just because of COVID, bro. I've always been like, like if you ask anybody that know me or dated me, I'm like, when last you got tested? Like, I've always been like this. This ain't no new shit for me, bro. Like, everybody else is new to this shit and trying to take it. I'm always like, let me see. Like, I'm like, let me see the results. That's how I always was. And
that's the best thing about COVID, because I think we talked about this last year, how last week, how the people in New York cleaned the subways for the first time in like 100 years, some ridiculous stat. So it's like, okay, yes, COVID sucks, but if it makes people obsessed with washing their hands, purifying, like, it don't got to be OD all the time, but it's like, just like, germs are a thing. It took a national pandemic for people to stop being disgusting. Like, so I'm down with that. I never really minded that part. But
you know what's crazy? I'm reading some of the comments and people are like, we should do a big ass sleepover. That would be hella dope. Like, we would, and I'm gonna let y'all know, if we did that, we would have to charge because we would have to pay for the house. Obviously, we would rent something. We're not bringing everybody to our house. We can't like support that, but we would rent like a big ass mansion and like sell tickets for like $100, and that'd include like your drinks, your dinner, and your breakfast. Have a big ass sleepover. Everybody got like face mask on, all of that type of shit, drinks. We got
that would be fire. And to see a bunch of dudes doing that, I feel like it would be so liberating for us, because I feel like niggas, we low-key want to do that. That
would be like the manifestation of the spirit and energy of Drake. Cause like, Drake gets facials, right? But like, you like, oh, he get that because he rich. But like, bro, it don't cost that much. You go to Target, you can get the face mask, the individual face mask in the little packaging for like $3.99, bro. Like, I know, so you can't flex on me. I do this shit, bro. Like, we have everything you need. We got footies, we got pajamas, all that shit. Just make it like a whole pajama party, DJ, drinks, and then
niggas drinking sangria.
Yo, we got 2 movie rooms, so we got 2 movies going on. Everybody can watch. It ain't even like on no freak shit, like just chilling and just being around good people, good energy.
That's the thing. The flyer makes it sound like a sex party or an orgy, but if after the third one, it's like, oh, that actually never breaks out. It's just one of those things. I feel like it blew up.
We'll make sure we get a house close to a hotel, so if you want to be on that shit, you can go and do that.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Just don't stay in the couch.
Yeah. It's right, because this is like a very expensive Airbnb.
That's fucking hilarious. And then you'd get all the tough manly men that are just like, I ain't doing blah 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 blah. And then the next month they just like, well, let me check this out. That's how it always is. That's how it freaking always is.
That would be hella dope, man. Listen, when this is over, we gonna look into that. We gonna make something happen for y'all.
That's gonna be our version of trap karaoke.
Hell yeah. That would be hella club.
They eating off of that. Man, speaking of cleanliness and keeping your stuff together, I wanted to shout out Keeps. Keeps is something that we've been working with for a minute. This is the newest way to keep your hair. As someone whose hair is a big part of everything I'm doing, Keeps came right on time.
Yeah, man.
For the most part, 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. The best way to prevent hair loss is to do something about it while you still have hair left. So this is getting ahead of the problem.
Yeah.
You can get treated from home. You used to have to go to the doctor's office for your hair loss prescription, but now because of Keeps, you can visit a doctor online and get hair loss medication delivered right to your house. So they make it easy and they deliver your medication every 3 months. So just say goodbye to pharmacy checkout lines, awkward doctor visits. It's private. You can get your problem done without having to visit the doctors. And they keep offers. Keeps offers generic versions. So out of the 2 FDA approved hair loss products out there, you probably have tried them before, but never for this price. It's very, very affordable. And
here's the thing though, like Keeps can take up to 4 to 6 months to start working for you to actually start seeing the results. So prevention is key, right? And then time is of the essence, like with most things, right? So you want to get on this sooner than later. So I would encourage you guys to find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of his competitors, and nearly 100,000 men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention medication. And you can get like plans starting at just $10 a month. And for a limited time, you can get your first month for free. So what you really need to do is check out Keeps. All right, head on over to keeps.com/DIYS. Again, that's KEEPS.com/DIYS. And get in on this. Like realistically, jump in on this. Check this out. Because Pat, you had got something, right? You tried it?
Yep, I tried a little bit. I had to get ahead of it.
Okay, well, man, listen, because y'all watching and because y'all rocking with us, we're gonna provide your first month for free. That's right, your first month is absolutely free. All you gotta do is go to keeps.com/DIYS. Again, that's KEEPS.com/DIYS, and you get your first month for free. And that's on your homes, all right? Just because we rocks with y'all.
If you are a male in his 30s, there's literally no reason to not try this. It's free. Check it out. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But yeah, it's great. Get ahead of the problem before it happens. Faux show.
That's always the thing. Just like getting tested. Get tested. Get ahead of the problem.
Full circle. So real quick, I wanted to go into this young man who just recently got out of prison. This internet phenomenon that we know as 6ix9ine. Have you been following the post jail antics?
No, I have not. And I mean, like, I wasn't a fan before, so I'm gonna like check him out now because he's out of jail to see what he's talking about, who he's talking about. I really don't care. Like, there's a pandemic going on. Like, he made his decisions. He's cool with it. And it seems like his fans are cool with it too, because they still supporting him. I did realize, I heard on the music show we do, I saw that he had the most views on a live ever on YouTube and on Instagram.
2 million.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey man, if you're able to still rock how you rock, more power to you. It don't take no money out of my pocket, and I'm not putting none in yours. So it don't bother me either way.
But you don't even have the inclination, whether you like him or not, just to see what he's gonna do next, because he's an expert at that. He is an expert at attention.
You know what? I think a lot of the attention around him is the hype that's around him. I think a lot of people, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people are following him and watching him because they're waiting for him to fail. I'm gonna be 100%.
Yeah.
A lot of people just want to see how bad this crash and burn is gonna be, because you can't tell me that all of those people are a fan of his lyrics. Like, I've heard songs and I'm like, no, it can't be that. And one thing that life has taught me is that we love drama. People love drama, and we love when people are super up and super down. Yeah. But nothing is better than super down, because, like, think about it. Like, I mean, aside from, like, look at Chance's last album when he's talking about his wife on just about every track. Everybody's like, "All right, nigga, we get it. You happy?" Right. But when he was talking about drugs and
acid rap,
acid rap, now he was like, "Oh, we love this. We love this. Give us more of this." And Chance was like, "Hey, man, I'm finally happy now. I found the woman of my dreams. I got a baby." It's like, shut up.
That's the most irresponsible thing about us as consumers, though. Like, we want the art, even if it means the artist has to suffer for it. Like, I can't tell you how many times I heard, like, man, I hope so-and-so breaks their heart so they can give us a good album, or I hope so-and-so cheats on this person so they can give us that fire content. And it's just like, that's a person.
Bro, they said that about Adele until it happened. And then Adele she lost a lot of weight. And you can't tell me all of that was just like her working out, bro. I'm telling you, she was with dude for a minute. Some of that is depressed weight loss. And we longed for that. We was like, oh, this album finna be fun. I remember reading tweets of people saying, as soon as she announced the breakup, and then they had posted that picture of her getting out of the car and she had this face on. It's like, that's what it looks like when you just lost 22 million. Like she had to pay old boy 22 million. And people was like, oh, this new album finna be fire. And it's like, bro, she just went through one of the hardest breakups of her life. And that's all you focus on? It's different. But you know what, Pat? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's different when you're on the other side of the veil. When you're on the other side of the curtain where we're the entertainers, we're not the consumers, but we're still consumers, but we're also entertainers. Right. We start to see it from their standpoint. But when just consumers. I was the same way. When Pac got shot the first time at the studio, I was like, and he survived. I was like, okay, he gonna be straight. And so when he got shot the second time,
you saw that on the news the first time.
Yeah, I was a kid. I remember when Pac died. I remember when they announced it over the radio. It was on Magic 108. I remember it, and I cried, bro.
Was it 96 or 98?
96.
Okay.
I remember that, and I remember crying because I was in the Midwest, but I rolled for the West Coast hard. But I was a Biggie fan.
Were you a Pac fan too?
Huh?
Were you a Pac fan too?
I was a Pac fan. I was a huge Pac fan. Huge.
Damn, that must have been so dope to watch.
All Eyes on Me was the first rap album that I bought. No, I'm sorry. Snoop Dogg's album was the first rap album that I bought. I bought that on cassette. And then All Eyes on Me was the second rap album that I bought. I bought it on cassette. My mom threw it away. I bought All Eyes on Me probably 3 times. My mom threw it away every time. Every time she threw it away. And I'm talking about, I bought it for real. I bought it from the store. I bought it from Camelot. I'm gonna show my age. If you a real one, you know about Camelot. You know about Sam Goody. You know about what's some of the other? I can't even think of any other stores, but I bought it because it had the fold out on the cassette tape, and I was reading all the songs and producers, all of that. Bro, I was in there, bro.
Damn. And you're the first person I've ever talked to who made me realize I missed out on a huge thing of hip hop. Like everybody I grew up with, you know, Pac, we remember when he was killed and we knew of him, but like to be a fan of hip hop in that era, I was a little too young, but like I was obsessed with it because I had every Beef video. You remember the Beef DVDs? Yeah. And they were talking about Biggie versus Tupac, East versus West. It's always been presented to me historically. So I can't even imagine how dope that must have been to watch real time.
Yeah, it was dope, but it was like I wasn't traveling at that time. Like I was a kid, so I obviously wasn't traveling at that time. But like these are 2 Black men who are rappers, a genre of music that they thought would die out like disco did.
Yeah,
2 Black men individually pitted opposite coasts against each other. Like it had never been seen before.
It affected record sales too, right?
Huh?
It affected record sales too, right? Yeah.
If you weren't Pac or Biggie, you weren't getting all the sales like that. I mean, Nas and Jay still were doing sales, but like Pac and Biggie were on the top of the charts. Like even without like hit singles. I mean, Pac had Hit 'Em Up, and he had To Live and Die in LA, and they Toss It Up, all of that type of stuff. California Love, bro. It was crazy, but then like it was also scary. It was also scary to like because you felt the tension even like through the videos, and then at the Source Awards, it was just, bro. It was weird. It was a weird time. But at the time, I was a kid. I was just a consumer, so I was like, "Oh, I love this shit. This shit crazy. I'm all in the gang life and all of that shit. So I love that shit, bro. Like I was all about that thug life shit. I was all for it."
I remember Snoop said that everybody from New York stopped buying West Coast records. Like literally, like it was unanimous. Like how nobody's really standing together through this COVID shit. Like they stood to get, like New York was not buying our shit. We were not buying their shit. I don't even think they performed over there.
It was a huge thing, bro. And so like after, like it got to a point where Death Row was like just synonymous with danger and beef and we'll fuck you up type shit, right? So when Dre left Death Row, Pac was mad at Dre. And Dre left Death Row, he created Aftermath, but he also produced the Firm album. So like the Firm was Nas, AZ, Foxy Brown, and Dre. And so like Pac was heated at Dre. He was heated at Dre for leaving Death Row and for starting Aftermath, for working with the East Coast. But Dre like really helped rebuild their relationship between the East and the West. Aside from the deaths, Dre was one of the first people to like reach out, like, yo, bro, I'm not. Cause like Corrupt from the Dog Pound, him and Foxy Brown used to date. And then supposedly she cheated on him because Corrupt is from the East Coast. Same as Pop from the East Coast.
I knew he's from Baltimore, right?
Yep. And he
but Corrupt?
Corrupt is from the East Coast. And
New York?
Yep. And he used to date Foxy Brown. Bro, like you got it, bro. Because Corrupt is dope. Like you listen to the lyrics of Corrupt was dope. When on that 2-disc album he dropped, it was like East Coast, West Coast. Like he had an album for the West Coast, The Girls All Pause. No, actually,
Girls All Pause. I loved him. Daz Dillinger was my favorite rapper at one point.
Yeah, but Corrupt, bro. Corrupt, one of the dopest lyricists that does not get the praise that he deserves on the West Coast.
Hey, New York low key did start rap because like,
there ain't no low key to it. They did.
I mean, all of our West Coast soldiers are like, fam, a lot of y'all niggas is from New York.
A lot of them, bro.
Jesus.
Let me get this fact straight, John, because I know people like there will be people in the comments like that ain't true. He did this. So the album Corruption, that one had an East Coast and West Coast side. That was like a double disc right there.
It was an East Coast and West Coast side.
It was like an East Coast album and a West Coast album.
Like Sweatsuit.
Yeah, kind of like Sweatsuit. And The Streets Is a Mother was the one with Girls All Pals. That shit. I love that song.
Daz Dillinger was the most random rapper to be my favorite at one point in time. Daz knew how to ride the beat for sure.
Oh yeah.
He's quick though.
Long Beach. He's a Snoop's cousin.
You're not gonna like this. I feel like a lot of people who are traditional hip hop, which I am also, I wholeheartedly believe that this Tekashi shit that's happening right now is just as big in hip hop as what we were just talking about in the 90s. Let me explain. The whole East Coast versus West Coast thing put hip hop in it shifted the direction of hip hop. Okay. Now, while that may have been more substance and like more for real niggas and stuff like that, this Tekashi shit is low key just as big. Now you have to think, this is a little Mexican dude who was not about that life at all. He got an entire culture to believe he was about this life, which a lot of rappers do. You know, this is not the first rapper to fake his way into this life. Took over the entire game. Like he wasn't just like a regular artist before or after jail. He was on top both times. Took over the entire game, had a huge criminal lawsuit that involved racketeering, all this wild shit, and snitched on his whole gang. Now, in our culture, that's it for you. You know what I mean? Like snitching is the bottom of the bottom, right? He was a rapper who talked about killing people, robbing people, wasn't about that life, told to the police, got out early because of this. Not only did he survive in jail, he came back to a culture that should have shunned him immediately and broke all records. Now, I'm not championing for him. Right. I'm just watching, right? So just to let you know, he came on and blew out the previous records. Tory Lanez versus all that stuff was very minuscule compared to his numbers, right? His video goes crazy. I think it's like 180 million now or something like that. His music video goes crazy. IG Live, all his announcements break records, right? All of a sudden, he accepts the rat title and makes it part of his image, which is just like fam. And not only that, comes back with a very dope visually, you know, the audio is whatever, but the music video he came back with was actually very aesthetically pleasing. Like if if he directs his own video, that would be super dope. But then on top of that, he goes on to say, by the way, before they told me every other rapper who also snitched to the police. You know, that's like a tactic. Like, they're just like, I know how you feel about this, but here's everybody else who's ever snitched. He gave them paperwork and threatened to expose them. So now we have a snitch who not only left the game number one, got the snitch title, came back number one, probably even bigger now, and flipped the whole snitch narrative on our culture, and is expose other heroes who also snitch and did not do it as tactfully as him. On top of that, now he's going at old heads. I don't agree with this part, but he's beefing with Snoop. He's beefing with Ice-T. He does not care. And then the cherry on the top, I don't know if you got this, and I can share the video. Now he's going at Billboard. He's literally snitching on everybody. He basically had his song do so well that he had some type of weird interaction with Billboard and basically accused them of still accepting payola. He basically exposed the fact that Billboard is they're rigged. So people are paying for those top slots. I guess Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber had a collab that was number one. And he basically showed all these numbers saying that they excluded some streams, blah, 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 blah. And basically said that, like, he also said that 6 credit cards were used to pay for the number one spot, like in terms of like buying albums. So now we have Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande, Scooter, that industry dude, and Billboard themselves all released statements trying to explain themselves. So apparently it was something with like global streams and domestic streams, and a lot of Tekashi stuff was global, but the wave he's making in hip hop right now, I have to watch, because it's not like, when French Montana was beefing with people and we were just like, okay, and we kept scrolling.
Nobody cared whatsoever.
It's pretty major, regardless of if you hate the kid or not. Yeah. If he proves that Billboard is, because Jay-Z's been saying this. He never said explicitly evidence, but he said that it was a joke. And if you think about the history of radio and payola, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense.
You know what? You bring up a good point. Everything that you just said is very relevant, and I think that's why I don't necessarily. I won't tune into his live. I'm not watching no YouTube and no shit like that. But I will do the recap on Two Dope Boys or Live New Hip Hop or something like that on one of the outlets. I will do that because I think it is important to stay abreast on what's going on in our day and time. And you're right. He is absolutely making huge and monumental waves that affect our culture. So I think it would be ill-advised to ignore the fact, right? I'm just not going to give him the clout. I'm not going to feed into it. But yeah, this whole Billboard thing, if that comes to pass that it was true, then it's like, man, I will shout him out for being like somebody that took the stand and figured this out, because a lot of people have inclinations and a lot of people got to have speculations, but nobody actually did the work to find out. So if he did the work to find out, hey man, kudos to him for that. But I'm also not like, I'm not supporting, and you know what, it's cool because like people like, oh, to hear just old and shit like that. I am, bro. I've had a long life. I had a long, crazy, difficult life, and I don't want to go back to none of that shit. I'm thankful for it because it made me the person I am, but it's also made me aware of the shit that's really important. Like the shit that a lot of these rappers are talking about, I don't give a fuck about that shit, bro. Like, especially right now. Like right now shows you what's really important. Family, generational wealth, and health. Like that's what's really important. Strippers, drugs, and all that shit, bro. Keep that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't even want to hear about that shit right now. Like I haven't even really been on like real rap like that. I've been doing more hip hop and more R&B than anything, just because like that shit ain't helping right now, bro. Like it's good for a turn up, but where the fuck we turning up at? Like don't get me wrong. Like that sometimes you need to like hear some upbeat music to switch a mood, like clean up or whatever the fuck. But that's I got Jeezy, I got T.I., I got Old Dog Pound, I got Biggie, I got Tupac. All that new, like I don't care about that shit, bro. Like I just don't. And like you just promoting violence. It's like, bro, I get enough violence from the news. I get enough shit going on in the news to hear you talk about you killing 40 niggas because they said your name. Like I don't care. I just don't care. But you are right with the fact that we should be aware of it because he is like he's doing big things. So to that aspect, I will champion his calling people out on shit like that. But like all the antics and all the rap and all his behaviors, like I don't know.
No, I'm the same way. Like I'm watching not to see him succeed or fail. I'm I'm tuned in because first of all, I can't deny how entertaining this dude is. He's very entertaining. I don't like his music. I don't necessarily agree with what he did or what he's doing. Because I mean, I'm from LA. What he did to Snoop was blasphemy. That's very disrespectful. But it's just like, it's one of those things that it's too big to just ignore because, you know, it's crazy. You know, I saw a comment that said, if he died tomorrow, would he be as popular as Tupac or Biggie? Nah.
I think that's generational. And not only is it generational, it also has a lot to do with technology. Like back in the day when Biggie was beefing, like it was just CDs. There was no streaming. There was live concerts, video CDs. That was the means of getting your art out, right?
Right.
So like a lot of people fell in love with those artists from those three avenues, right? But now you got IG, you have YouTube, you have Zoom, you have multiple outlets for people to get their art out, get their word out. Like you didn't hear what an artist thought about something until they were in Source or Vibe or something like that, because there was no outlet for them to directly talk to the people. We've completely disregarded the middleman, and now there is a peer-to-peer connection between the artist and the consumer. So now it's like, it's great because you get it instant, but there's also like no mystery to it. And so one of the biggest things with Pac and Big is that there was still a lot of mystery cloud. You didn't know how Big really felt about Pac. You didn't know how about Pac, how really felt about Big. It was so many unknown variables in there. That's what keeps like their legacy alive. Aside from their talent, is because we don't know about them. 6ix9ine takes advantage of every avenue to talk to the people. You know everything about him. He admits to snitching. He admits to not really being about their life. He admits to being a Mexican kid with colored hair that don't really. He said that his raps on the Nicki Minaj songs were trash.
Yeah.
He admitted this. He literally said, like, bro, look what I'm saying on the Breakfast Club. He's like, look what I said. That shit don't make no sense. They love it. They eat that up.
Yeah.
And people, he basically called people, all his fans, he basically called them a sheep. He said, y'all are sheep. Y'all just eat this shit up. It don't matter what I say. Y'all gonna buy it. And people was like, oh yeah, 6ix9ine the truth. He's the GOAT. Bro, ain't no artist going to insult me, call me a sheep, call me a follower, and I'm still gonna be supporting them and riding for them 100%.
Right.
It's
no,
not,
for real.
Not gonna be
that's the thing. He uses antics to boost his popularity, right?
Yes.
Because like you said, people love drama. A fight video will get millions of more videos than a good news video or like this person did a good deed. But you know what I mean? Like we just love the drama. And for that reason, I think that when it comes to Tupac and Biggie, they were infinitely more talented, infinitely more better at hip hop, respect wise, through the roof. You know, these guys were poets. They actually wrote shit about stuff. That is not a question. Popularity wise, with social media and his antics and stuff like that, 6ix9ine might be one of the most popular artists we've ever seen, popularity wise, because like you said, people who hate him are tuning in, people who love him are tuning in, people who just want to see what happens are tuning in. So it's I'm just thinking when it comes to popularity, and now we have social media. So this dude goes to jail and snitches. That news hits Twitter, the whole world knows about it, as opposed to, you know, the news outlets that Tupac and Biggie were and that was worldwide too, because they died. But 6ix9ine, popularity wise, is one of the biggest rappers we've ever seen, regardless of how he got there.
I'm gonna say this, and this shit gonna come off foul as hell. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I know it better not be nothing better than that happened to this guy, and nothing happened to George Zimmerman.
I say that
I'm not pushing for something to happen to George Zimmerman. I'm not advocating for anything to happen to 6ix9ine. I'm just saying, if George Zimmerman, who we know killed this unarmed black kid, admitted to it, and was walking around Florida, he's signing packs of Skittles, signing Arizona teas, still going and if nothing happened to George Zimmerman, Florida, and something happens to 6ix9ine, yo, we fucked. We're fucked, bro. And it's no better way to put that, because it's like, where y'all priorities at, bro? Y'all gonna kill somebody who basically tried to preserve his freedom by snitching so he could live, right? True, he put other people in prison, but they still alive in prison. They not killed over a pack of Skittles and an iced tea. And y'all let this man just walk amongst the streets. Now here's the thing. I'm not saying George Zimmerman is walking around freely and just living the best life. I read this article on in GQ about George Zimmerman and his family and how they had to move around frequently. This is a couple years ago. They move around and they always have like a bag of money and a bag of guns, and they refer to the bag of guns as get the baby. So like when they had to move and they had to move fast, it's like somebody grab the baby. And like that's the code for get the guns and stuff like that. Like he's been on a run. I will say that
weirdly makes me feel better.
Yeah, he's on the run. He can't give it. But then you hear stories about like him signing Skittles and signing Arizona teas and shit and chilling in restaurants and causing ruckuses and record miles. You just be like, bro, like what's really going on? And I'm not by any means am I saying that we should. Am I advocating that we should go out and sort of witch hunt and find George Zimmerman and do any shit to it? But it's just like, yo, we got to be priorities, bro. Like if y'all ain't gonna touch this dude who took a black life from us, then don't touch this dude. He did what he did. He served some time. The people who he did that shit with, they should have known he wasn't built for that type of shit. They made the mistake of inviting somebody that's not from the streets, that's not really about their life, into their environment. They embraced him. They protected him. They accepted him as one of their own, and he wasn't that. So when he got in the hot seat, he did what somebody that's not from their hood would do. He told, accept that shit, move on. No disrespect to the families that have lost their loved ones, that have gone to jail because of what he told, but it is what it is. If y'all not gonna do nothing to George Zimmerman, let that man live his life. Let him live his life, because y'all ain't done shit else. Like that's just real.
The fact that gangs were invented to protect communities. If it got to a point where, like you said, street cred and this whole snitch thing is more important on the list than somebody that would kill a black dude, a black kid, excuse me, just to do it and then flaunt about it afterwards, like you right, shit backwards. We in that upside down parallel universe I was talking about. If that's the case, I'm
just gonna say this, man. I hope that 6ix9ine is protecting himself. I hope that he comes to the realization that it's bigger than him. He got his loved ones that he has to think about. He has a girl. He has a kid. Does he have a kid?
Yeah.
I feel like he said, baby, he got his kid. He got to worry about, like, it's bigger than him. At the end of the day, I feel like he just needs to think about that. And realistically, he needs to think about seeking some help. And speaking of help, if you guys are interfering, if you feel like something's interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, then it's probably best that you reach out to our friends at BetterHelp. And I can't say it any other way than this. Hold on a second. Kid, I'm recording right now. Okay. So
hey, that transition was fire.
That transition was fire. I got to do that shit over.
It was better than mine. Mine was about to be like,
well, if you're gonna be in there, you can't talk. Just tell him hold on something.
I was about to say that Tekashi, if somebody run up on him, somebody better help. And then I was gonna go into it. So yours was way better.
Yeah. I'll do it again. So you know, I just feel like that Tekashi, what he's got going on right now, he just needs to be more aware of what's really important in his life, his family, his mental health, all of that. And I really think he should try to seek some help. Speaking of help, I think that if you are feeling like something is interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals, I really feel like you should check out BetterHelp. You can start communicating with a therapist in under 24 hours. And it's not a crisis line. It's not a self-help line. It is a professional counseling with a professional counseling with someone with their own license, professional therapist. Mm-hmm. I'm in therapy. I literally go to therapy, but I have a therapy session every Thursday morning at 8:00. Okay. Good. I know exactly how impactful it is to have somebody that is completely unbiased to talk to about the things you're thinking about, things that you're fearful of, the things that you struggle with, all of that type of stuff, man, because it just feels better. And a lot of times we think that therapy is, we're going to go to this person and they're going to tell us what to do and how to do it. That's not it. Mm-hmm. Therapy is not that at all, man. I had the misconception. I had the just the ignorant thoughts of what that was, and it's not that at all. A therapist is somebody that helps you talk through your problems. They will ask probing questions like, well, why did you think that was a good idea? Well, how did that make you feel after you did it? That type of stuff. They help you come to the right conclusion. They don't tell you what to do. That's not it. And I know a lot of people from communities of color have this perception of what therapy is, and we've all been told like you don't take family business outside of the house, and you don't tell nobody about what you got going on. And even I, like before I went to therapy, I was like, why would I tell somebody what's going on? Like, why would I talk about it? Talking don't fix nothing. You know what I'm saying? Action fix something. I had all of these preconceived notions about therapy, and I'm gonna tell you, all of them were wrong. My therapist has been such a godsend to me, being able to talk to somebody that truly wants to help me, being able to talk to somebody that's not going to judge me off of the fuck shit that I did in my past, the fuck shit that I thought about right now. All of that type of stuff makes a difference. And to have somebody to talk to you and help you guide you through that and walk you through that, it is essential. I cannot express that enough. So I would encourage you to check out BetterHelp because they will assist you and assess your needs and match you with a licensed therapist. You can start communicating, like I said, with somebody in under 24 hours. The service is available for clients all over the world, and you can log in from your account anytime and message your counselor. You'll get a thoughtful and timely response, and you can schedule your meetings weekly. Like, I will tell you to try this right now immediately. And BetterHelp is committed to facilitating the group therapeutic matches so that it is to make it easy and free to change counselors. I want to speak it on really quick because I've been through 3 therapists. And the first 2 did nothing for me, and it's no slight to them. It's just sometimes you don't gel with people. You don't mess with them the way you want. And to have a company say that, hey man, you could change as much as you need to till you find the right person, and it's completely free. It's so refreshing because now that I'm with the therapist that I'm with right now, I couldn't be more excited. She listens. She responds. I don't feel like I'm just a number or just a patient. I feel like I'm a person with her. And that's important to have that type of rapport and that type of relationship with your therapist. So I'm all about it, man. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit their website and read the testimonials that are posted daily. Daily testimonials. That is amazing. So visit betterhelp.com, enter the code, betterhelp.com/DIYS, that's HBETTERHELP, and join over 800,000 people who are taking charge of their mental health. And check out the testimonials and get the professional experience help that you need to get to a better life. And right now, because you guys are listening, right now, you will get 10% off your first month. That's right, 10% off your first month if you check out betterhelp.com/DIYS, and man, really start living life. I'm a firm believer in a lot of times in life, I was not living, I was just existing because I had so much stuff going on. I had nobody to talk to about the stuff going on. Talk to somebody, man. Get back to living life the way that you really need to. I encourage it.
Absolutely. Yeah, the amount of messages we're getting of people signing up for BetterHelp and changing their mind, like, please listen to us. And when we say, don't let it get too bad, you know what I mean? Like, we're in a quarantine right now. We're at home. A lot of people are alone with their own thoughts or whatever it is. It can be a very, very difficult time for people. I know, like, we're seeing crazy things on the news, crazy things in our own lives are happening. Please do not let the situation go too far. You know what I mean? Like, it can spiral out of control. Make sure you get these thoughts out, talk to somebody, get some help, and BetterHelp is the most convenient and easy way to do it. We've been promoting them for a minute. We're getting some messages of people who it's very life-changing. You know, making that decision is a huge moment in your life. So make sure you get on it and visit BetterHelp because it's the easiest and smartest thing to do right now if you're going through something.
And I'm gonna say this, and before we move on, we get a lot of offers for advertising, right? People hit us all the time, and don't get me wrong, it's good money, but like certain things I can't speak on. And I'm not gonna give it to y'all because y'all really listen to us and you take the stuff that we say and you really act on it. And we appreciate that. And that's why we are committed to only promoting things that we really believe in. So when BetterHelp hit us up, I responded so fast because I'm such an advocate for therapy and for having somebody to talk to, man. I am a huge advocate for that. So like I cannot respond fast enough, and I really hope you guys take advantage of this 10% off right now. Cool. That's it.
So drugs. Moving right along. Tahir, have you ever seen Breaking Bad?
Of course, absolutely.
Do you remember the season with Gus and the dude who was smuggling all the stuff in the chicken joint?
Yes.
That was
phenomenal actor.
Man,
I'm sketching right now, but yeah, phenomenal actor.
That's the same guy in Mandalorian, right?
Yes.
I forget. Okay, for sure. So this is just
low-key water. Just talk. I'll still be able to hear you.
Okay. This actually happened in the UK. So 4 UK gang members were jailed for smuggling cocaine inside frozen chicken. So this, after smuggling hundreds of kilos of cocaine inside frozen chicken, 4 gang members in the UK have been jailed and sentenced to a combined total of 50 years in prison. Now, if you split that up in 4s, I don't know, that's what, like 10 years and some change each. This was in May 2019. The gang's ringleader, Thomas Lorden, very UK gang member name, 38. Did not know niggas that were 38 were in the smuggling business, but I guess the older the wiser. They created the company Independent Meat Ltd as a front to illegally import the kilos, which they packaged inside the frozen poultry pieces. The bust came a month later after police and national crime agencies spotted Lorden's accomplices, Francis Sullivan and Emmanuel Jella, it's the most UK names ever, exchanging a duffel bag carrying 11 kilograms or about 24 pounds of cocaine. So low key, they got away with the chicken stuff. The chicken stuff flew out under the radar, but it wasn't until the feds literally saw the pass off of a duffel bag of 24 pounds of cocaine that they got caught. In August, the conspirator named Ali was also busted after transporting 121 pounds of cocaine on an industrial estate in Kent. So this
So they only got away with it for a month. They were in business for a month, and then they got caught. That's not successful at all.
But that's the thing. The chicken part was good. They were gussing it up. That was successful. But then for some reason, these niggas went out in public and said, here's the cocaine. And that's how they were caught. So if you were on the chicken side of the operation, you would be pissed off. You'd be like, how, we all go to jail because of what?
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. See, you always have to read into it, right? Mm-hmm. So in the article, it said that they were busted after FBI saw them exchanging a duffel bag. Let me tell you this. The FBI is not going to be just at a chicken spot. If they were at that chicken spot and they spotted them, that means they already had intel that some illegal shit was going on. The FBI had probably been building a case against these guys for the last 4 to 6 months. Okay. They not just going on a one-off, just happen to come by. Bro, here's the difference between state and federal, right? So like if you getting charges brought against you from like cops and shit like that, they're going to bring you up on the charge that you were arrested for. Just that one charge for the most part. Yeah. They might add something on like resisting arrest or attempt to, with the intent to distribute cocaine or something like that. When the feds are coming after you, when the FBI is coming after you, they build a case that is airtight. They're going to get you on 1 or 10 things. They're going to do surveillance from 6 to 12 months. They're going to have a case that is so airtight that if you get off on 3, you're still going to get caught on 7. You're not doing that. You're not doing anything less than 15, 20 years. I guarantee it. The feds don't just be on no bullshit, bro. Yeah. If they caught them handing off a duffel bag, that means that they already had intel on them. So if they didn't get them on that, they'll get them on something else.
So they knew about the chicken.
They had to know about something, bro, because the feds, like, it wasn't like a federal agent was at the chicken's place eating something. It was like, hey, what are those guys doing? No, they was doing intel on these motherfuckers. I guarantee it, bro.
Damn, like, so they low-key weren't good because it only happened a month later.
Absolutely. They were horrible at this shit. Niggas should have taken a trade at ITT Tech. Because drugs is not your thing, my nigga.
So do you think that, okay, how do you think this works? Do you think that they put it in the frozen chicken and just made a shitload of money on the cocaine and just reported that as chicken sales? Or do you think that the chicken is still sold?
I think that the place that they opened probably was a processing plant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the duffel bag probably was like some extra shit that they were selling on the side. Because if like they got a processing plant, they're probably like skinning the chicken and cutting the head off and packaging it, right? But inside of the chicken, they're probably stuffing the cocaine inside of the chicken. They've removed the innards of the chicken. They stuff in as much as they can inside of the chicken, package it, put it on a truck, driving it to different places. They take it out and then they take it to a supermarket or restaurant or wherever they're distributing to. This is how I would do it, right? So I'm thinking that if a bag was handed out, it realistically probably was a money bag. I don't think it was a cocaine bag because it's like, why would you move cocaine like that? But money is just like, people they get lax, they get comfortable and shit like that. But cocaine, like you wouldn't be outside. Like who's gonna walk outside and hand somebody a bag full of cocaine? You would do that shit inside of the plant. You'll put it in somebody's trunk. But money, you would be like, oh, it's just, what I'm saying, money. Like I don't think they're giving us a true story on it, but also I feel like you wouldn't do that type of shit. If you've been that cautious to create a whole fictitious business to hide your cocaine sales and distribution, why the fuck would you take some cocaine out the front door and hand it to somebody walking up?
That's what I was thinking. That's why I thought that the chicken people were pissed off.
I don't think they're giving us a full story, bro. Like you wouldn't do, anybody that sell dope know you wouldn't do no shit like that.
So is the chicken still sold though, even though it's transported? Like I'm just worried about this cokey ass chicken.
I would imagine so. I would imagine like if the cocaine was like wrapped properly, like it was probably like bagged and then also wrapped in saran wrap. Then it should be good. The cocaine shouldn't go through there. And like it's not like when people try to smuggle drugs in and they like swallow the bag as dope. The trouble with that is like the acids inside your stomach will deteriorate the bag because that plastic will get destroyed by the acid in your stomach.
Isn't that why it's in a balloon?
Yeah, that's why it's in a balloon. But that's why. But even that balloon can get deteriorated from the acid because you have literal acid in your stomach that breaks down food. If it's inside a dead chicken that is no longer living, it has no acid, it has no stomach, everything's been removed, it's good. It shouldn't seep out of that package. You should be good.
That's hella gross.
It's wrapped up. You know what I'm saying? It's wrapped up.
I saw this crazy video on Twitter. It was like a bust at the border, and it was a watermelon truck. And the feds basically cut open the watermelon and opened it, and there was hella weed in there. Yeah. And it's like, how the fuck did you seal a watermelon? And the caption is somebody had to snitch because it looked like a pretty like solid, like business.
They call somebody. Bro, here's the thing though, the fans always be watching, bro. And what they do, they will watch and they will find the person that is weak or the person that's slipping. And they'll like, even when they find out who it is, then they'll build a case against that person. So when they arrest that person, they're like, hey, we got these 10 charges against you for this, and this.
Who you work for.
Or you could tell us about the operation and you get immunity and you'll be straight, right? So like they never like go at it half-assed. They know the full thing every time, bro.
I mean, obviously I've never been in that life, but when it comes to Netflix, I'm all about it. So if anything of that is true, then I'm pretty well versed. So here's what I have to say. It seems like with these things, every single cartel, and maybe this is just story writing because this is all fake, but it seems like every single cartel is crumbled by the accountant. Like the accountant's the one nigga that's working the books, not really about that life. It seems like every empire, the crumble started with interrogating the accountant. So it's just like, why do cartels be hiring soft accountants?
Because the accountant by Ben Affleck doesn't really exist.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That was a good ass movie right there. The Accountant with Ben Affleck.
He was the accountant for a cartel?
He was accountant for a couple drug lords and like super criminals and shit like that. Like he was just really good at numbers. He was on the spectrum, so he's good at numbers and balancing and shit like that. But he's also like trained at like be a fucking assassin. He was a drug dealer's dream.
Oh, so he was an accountant that was also like with the shits.
Yeah, he was hella with the shits.
That's what I was thinking. Like, why is everybody keep these like super soft accountants that they be breaking the first day? Like,
here's the thing. This is what you should do. Like this, I've never understood drug dealers and people like build monopolies that fuck up this. Like one of the greatest things I learned after I moved out to LA was about Arnold Schwarzenegger in his life. You read his biography, and he talks about how he built his team. He made his agent only be his agent. His agent only worked for him. Same with his accountant, same with his lawyer. He was their only client and he paid them good for it. So if I'm building a drug ring, right, I'm going to make sure that everybody that is in the place I handpicked, and I'm going to make sure they're qualified. So that if that means I got to send my little cousin that wants to sell dope to school so he can be an accountant, so he can be the cartel's accountant because I know he's family and I could trust him, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna hire Joe Smo, just some person that came highly recommended that I don't know. Right. He has no loyalty to me. I would rather send a family member to learn how to do this shit to school and then have them do that role, right? Versus just picking up, like they don't have no loyalty to you.
Yeah.
They don't have no loyalty. Look at Frank Lucas. Frank Lucas snitched on every drug dealer.
I thought he just snitched on the cops, though. I thought he just snitched on the corrupt cops.
Nah, Frank Lucas snitched on the drug dealers too.
Oh, why does he get why does he still get a pass?
He don't, by a lot of people.
Really? It seemed like there was a couple of mob bosses who snitched, and for some reason when they're brought up, people start defending them. Like, no, it was only police, or it was only this or that.
And he get a pass probably because how much money they say Frank Lucas was making like $1 million a day. That's some baller ass shit, especially back then. You making $1 million a day, but bro, like it is what it is. Like I don't really feel sorry for anybody that gets caught up in that game because you know what you're getting into. But I also understand, like as somebody that's had uncles and shit that sell that dope, like the one thing that dope dealers have that a lot of entrepreneurs that move out here or entertainers that move out here don't have is they recognize, like, or they think they have the mindset, this is my only option. I'm gonna make this work by any means necessary. Right. And they go about it like that. They don't go about it half-ass like, yeah, I might start selling weed tomorrow. Nah, they go about it with the mindset like, I'm finna build this empire. I'm finna be the best at this shit. I'm finna be the king. Like everybody wants to be Scarface, even though Scarface never lived at any cut, the director's cut, the extended cut, he don't live in none of the shit. People always say, I want to be Scarface because he was the man for a minute. And people would rather be a man, the man for a minute than no man forever. And to me, it's just like, bro, like put that same energy and effort into something legal, nigga. Like
for real.
Something that where you can actually use the money. But like,
man, I be watching these like episodes like Narcos and stuff like that. And I'll be thinking like, this guy is really smart. He's like this is not a dumb man's gang. Like these dudes are business geniuses. So if they just swapped out kilos of coke for like jeans or like shirts, they'd probably be crazy good. Like, I mean, obviously cocaine is very quick money, but still.
Let me tell you something, bro. If I was to ever sell dope and build a drug ring off of anything like that, first of all, nobody would know I was the leader. All right. I would be like 4th, 5th in command. Niggas would be giving me commands thinking that I'm just some runt, right? And I would be texting all the information or emailing all the information to whoever is my second or first in command and do it. Nobody would ever know my face, but I would still be in the mix to make sure niggas ain't fucking up. Like I would never be super attached to the dope. I would never be in the same car with the dope. I wasn't even in the same car with the money. I would just go do pickups or something like that. But you would never know who I was and nobody would ever know my face because like, that's when niggas get caught up. Like I've never been one to like buy flashy cars and shit like that. Like after high school, I learned my lesson. Like if I ever came into a whole lot of money, you wouldn't know it. I mean, my close friends would, because you would probably come up to the house and shit like that. Yeah. But a lot of people wouldn't know that shit, man. Like, that's what people get caught up in. Like people like, yo, would you rob a bank for $100 million? Like people like, yeah, those are the people don't think. Like, how you gonna wash that money? How you gonna clean that shit? Who you gonna take it to? Right? And you got a job as a fucking school teacher, and one day you just pull up with a Bugatti because you got $100 million or $70 million after the wash, nigga. You don't think that's gonna draw some attention to you?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you this: when you first get money, you don't know what to do with it. You don't hire the accountant. You don't like get somebody that helps you manage that shit. You just like fuck, bro. I think I said this before. My first 100,000. Oh,
Gone?
blew through that shit.
Yeah.
I blew through that shit so fast. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I probably got it in October. I had went through so much money by February, March, when I had to pay taxes. I had to pay $17,000 in taxes.
Damn.
Off of buying stupid shit, bro. Because nobody told me. Like, they don't teach you that shit in high school and in college. Like, that's what they need to teach, like money management and taxes and APR, all that shit. They need to teach.
Don't spend a lot?
Huh?
Not to spend a lot?
Yes. And when you do, the taxes that gonna come associated with it. Like, as an independent contractor, like when we started the business account, I was like, yo, hold on, before we like take any money out, let me talk to somebody about what kind of business we need to set up. Is it LLC? Is it a C Corp? Is it an S Corp? Because I've had those tax problems. I'm like, I'm not going through this shit again, bro.
Right.
So like, I want to make sure like I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. And that's where I'm at now. So like, a lot of people won't put that effort into learning. They're like, oh, I do it. Like, nah, fuck that, bro. If I'm making $1 million a day, you better believe I'm signed up at somebody's night school taking business management and learning how the fuck to run this business and how to avoid taxes. Think about that. Like, Al Capone, biggest gangster in the world, right? Motherfucker got caught by the Treasury. They couldn't get him on any of that shit. These niggas got him on the Treasury, bro.
Frank Lucas they didn't even know who Frank Lucas was until he showed up to that boxing game with all that ice and that drip, right?
Bruh, keep a low profile, bro. Low profile. You ain't gonna never see me in Gucci all over my chest, Louis Vuitton. You ain't gonna never see me in that shit. I'm not that dude, bro. I'm gonna be in some nice threads. You won't know how much it costs. I'm gonna smell fantastic, but you ain't gonna see me in no flashy shit. I don't need that, bro.
If the business was going well and under the radar and we got caught because a nigga had a fur coat on, I would be so mad. Because that means that their business was on point. They were on point with everything but stuff.
Yes. Bro, he wants brothers up there to have storefronts and businesses to watch the money. And besides, the laundromat is the best way to like clean money, because that's money every day. People are coming in every day spending money there. You spend $20, $40 to wash clothes, all that shit. Every day you getting money. So
it's a low-key business that can prove that they make a shitload?
Yeah, and you can clean that money. You mix the money out. You take some of the money that people raw, put it in with some of the drug money, hold on to some of the drug money, and then you keep doing it. So you keep mixing the money so you never get like, I'm talking too much.
That was laundering 101, guys. I always thought it was interesting that that's called money laundering, and drug dealers also use like laundry mat.
Laundromats, yeah.
Is that connected somehow?
I don't know. Not at all. Laundering just means cleaning the money. Like you're cleaning the money. That's all.
That seems a little on the nose to have a laundry mat though, to launder.
You know what? I'm gonna just shut up from this point on.
Well, I mean, you could know all this shit and not be doing it.
Yeah. You're right.
I'd be watching Narcos. I feel like I'm the piece to keep the feds off of damn internet you scary, because they'll look at me and be like, no.
I talk a lot of times. My uncle did he was about to make a lot of dumbass moves. And I really thank my mom. I can never thank her enough. And I think about some of the dumb shit that I did as a kid, some of the dumb complaints that I had. But had my mom not done the shit that she did to make sure I went to school that I went to, I would not have the education I have. I would not have the tenacity and the wherewithal that I have to make the decisions that I made through life to like be where I'm at right now. And it's also from that schooling that I had that I saved my uncle's life. You know, God rest his soul, he passed this past year, but a lot of shit he would have fucked up. I'm like, bro, you can't do that, because if you do this, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. I literally in high school started thinking about life like chess. But a lot of my family, they're literally checker minded. They just think about that next move, and they don't think about how that next move is going to cost you 3 pieces on your board. Yeah. I'm always like, let me step back and peep the whole board before I move on anything in my life. I always like that. Let me step back and see how this is going to affect next week. Let me go step back and see how this is going to affect next month. Most people can only see what's in front of them, right? And that's why, like, when you have something in your life that seems so big, so monumental, some shit go wrong, you freak out because you too close up on it, right? But if you step back a little bit, you take a look at it, be like, oh, that shit ain't even that big, bro. I see exactly what I need. I see how I need to sidestep or how I need to climb over to get over that. But like, if you too close to the situation, you never take a moment to step back and reassess, you want to move like too fast. Like, there's no other way to put that. So like my uncle was very thankful for me, and I loved him. So of course I looked out for him. But like a lot of people, man, fuck up by just not thinking enough, bro.
Right. Sometimes that's how you learn, watching other people fuck up, though.
That was exactly me. That was exactly me.
Yeah, that was me from the beginning. That's why I didn't really get in too much trouble, because I would watch somebody else and be like, all right, well, I know what happens when you do that. And some people just don't do that. That's why you can't be making big decisions off of emotion.
Yeah, hell no, bro. I learned that the hard way too. Like if I get too mad, I would literally just remove myself from a situation, bro. Because if you move, here's the thing about emotion though, it is not always bad. Like if your emotion to fuels that will to see your family, and it helps you like get through a fight, or you'll get through a fucked up situation, and that's what like pushes you through, then that's great. But like if you are like about to retaliate, or get some revenge on something like that, and you're just moving off emotion because they did this to your family member or friend or something like that, bro, like that never ends well.
Yeah,
never ends well, bro.
Right.
And that's when you need to like chill out, relax, and think about your situation, because oftentimes like decisions made in the heat of the moment are out of emotion, like sheer emotion, never have good endings, bro.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like there's laws with that. Like you can't, if you buy a gun, you gotta wait. Like you gotta wait a week. Ain't no. Let me buy this real quick so I can do something. Like that's literally the epitome of do not act on emotion. Just chill out, think about it.
That's why they got that waiting period. They got a waiting period for in LA. You got to take the gun test, and then you buy the gun. They do the background check, and the background check right now is like up to 17 days. My homegirl just bought one, and they made her wait the full time. She thought she was gonna get it early. They made her wait the full time, and they do that just so it's like cool out. Make sure you ain't finna like try to get back as my right away, man. Like just calm down, bro. Like I would never register my guns in LA though. I'm gonna be honest with you. The laws out here ridiculous. We're hella ridiculous.
Where are they registered? Moving moving right along. I just didn't know you could register them in other states, but hey, maybe you can't. Maybe you can.
No, I was registered.
I'll unknowingly get a nigga in trouble because I'm stupid. But that was some,
I didn't admit to nothing. I didn't admit to nothing. So can't nobody be charged against anything. I didn't admit to nothing, bro. I didn't even say I said if I had guns, I wouldn't.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, shit. That is a good lesson for people like me to shut the fuck up when it's time. That was also a good couple of gems from Tahir. So I think that's a great point to end this at. Appreciate all the patrons for watching. Appreciate the non-patrons for watching as well on Thursday. I might have said Tuesday earlier. I saw that in the comments. But yeah, appreciate you guys. We will see you guys next week. As always, I am Patrick Cloud.
And I'm Tahir Moore. Y'all take it easy and be safe out there. Peace.
All right, y'all.
All right, stop recording. We are still live on YouTube for the patrons, though.
Okay, sorry, patrons. I don't be trying to incriminate. I'm just dumb.
That's all good. I don't take no offense to it, Pat. I love the fact that you are, bro. Like honestly, if it wasn't for my uncles and them, I wouldn't know a lot of this shit, bro. It's only because I was raised around that shit. Like I was a good kid. A lot of the shit that happened to me was just like by association, a wrong place, wrong time. Like. Like seriously, bro. Like that a lot of that shit, it is what it is.
Yeah, man.
I'm thankful for it though, because I know, and like I got homies that's still in that life, and I'm like, bro, you gotta let that go, bro. And I tell them stories and shit like that, and you gotta think about like the stories that I got are from when technology wasn't even near where it is right now. You know what I mean? So like the shit that we used to do, like wearing guns over the gun. I mean, bags over the guns to catch the shells, loading the clips with gloves on, or like plastic gloves, latex gloves on, so it don't leave prints on shit. Like that don't matter, bro. Like they got different shit that they can find you on. I'm just like, yo, you gotta be smart, bro. You don't want, like, after working in the jail, I see what that shit do to people, man. Like you don't want to be there, bro. Motherfuckers making peanut butter jelly sandwiches. The peanut butter and the jelly both come in fucking packages like ketchup. You know what I'm saying? This is what they eat. Lights out 9:30. You
Oh,
in a
no.
big ass rec room with bunks and you don't have no space, bro. Like you don't want that life, bro. You got a kid and all that shit, bro. Don't do that type of shit, bro.
God, jail is like top 3 biggest fears for sure. So
Oh man, it's not cool at all. Let me tell you something, man. The jail, I have an uncle who owns a funeral home, and it's the weirdest shit to me because the funeral home, the embalming fluid that they use, smells just like the inside of the jail where I used to work. And that when I went in there, and I was like, the fuck is that smell? And I thought about it, I was like, God damn, like these motherfuckers literally like, even if you don't get life, it feels like you sentenced to death. And I made that correlation just from that smell because it was just like,
what was that smell in jail?
It smelled like the funeral home. It smelled like where they remove the organs and all that shit, and they fill it with embalming.
But was it embalming fluid?
Oh, I don't know what that smell was, but I don't know if it was the cleaner. I don't know if it was like the bodies or what, because I mean they have a ward, they have a sick ward on the jail too. So I don't know if it's the body. I don't know what it was, but it was very reminiscent of my uncle's funeral home, and I just was like, bro, yeah.
That's fucked up. I never even thought about the smell of jail being bad also.
Bro, the air in jail, and I don't know if anybody in here has ever been there or worked at a jail, the air is thick. It's not like a lot of airflow gets there. It's not a lot of fresh air getting through there. It's thick. You could feel the tension. You could feel when the inmates ain't fucking with the guards right now because they might have just had their shit tossed or it might have snatched up somebody, bro. Like, it's different, bro. And the hardest thing was working there, connecting with these inmates, teaching them, getting their respect, earning their respect. And at the end of the day, I get to go home with my family and I see them looking at me like I might never see my family again. Like that shit, bro. It was hard. That is one of the most difficult jobs not to take your work home with you.
Oh, I'm sure.
Literally, you got so many people crying out to you, telling you their stories, and you know some of it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Let them tell it. Everybody in jail innocent. Right. But some of that shit is like what it is. Like, yo, they hem me up. They planted dope on me. I didn't do that shit. Like they needed somebody to like point the finger at, and I was that person, right? The evidence don't fit none of that shit, bro. Like, then if you got a public defender, they're not gonna. I mean, they'll do they'll do the minimum, but they're not gonna go to bat for you like you paying them because you're not paying them. They're a public defender, so I had a lot of that, man. And that was the last job that I had before I went to All Def.
Really?
Yes, man.
But you were fresh out?
I was fresh out, bro. Fresh out. I started working there, then I got Aaron Edwards on, then Deshaun Ross on, then Takara on. I had like 4 or 5 comics working at the jail with me.
Comics,
nigga.
Oh, Takara was there, right?
Yeah, as I said, Takara was the last person. Yeah. I was up there for a minute. Low key though, I used to work my set out on the inmates. And that's how I kept the niggas cool, bro. I would tell them niggas jokes and shit like that, and they were like, they would laugh like, and then the joke I do about the EBT card, one inmate gave me to me. He was like, EBT, eating better today. I was like, nigga, I'm using that. He was like, what? I was like, what you gonna do with it? The wildest shit when I'm performing at the Comedy Union one night, and I'm killing it, right? Having a great show. Get off stage, I bring the comic on. Dude follows me to the back. I'm thinking he's gonna go to the bathroom. Nigga rolls out like, what's up, Mr. Moore? I'm like, what's up, my niggas? To here. He's like, no, it's me. So he says his number. I was like, James? Like, that was his last name. I didn't really, it was one of my students. And then I was on live one time, and one of my other students popped up on my live. This nigga's still in jail, but he on my live. On my Instagram. I was like, yo. And Tish saw it. Tish screenshot it and sent it to me. And I was like, because I missed the comment. I was like, yo, this nigga still locked up. And he was on my live. Like, what's up? Boy, he was my teacher. I was like, shit, crazy.
And how long ago was that? 6, 7 years ago?
No, I was teaching at the jail in 2016.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, so hell of them are still in there. A lot of them niggas are still in there. God damn.
They'll be at that jail anywhere from 3 to 5 years waiting on a court date. Because that was jail. That wasn't prison. I was working at a jail. When you go to prison is usually a little more lax because people have already been sentenced. They know how long they're going to be there. They know they're going to be 15, 20 or life. So it's a little more lax. They have more freedom. They get like rec time and stuff like that. Bro, I met some of the most interesting and most talented people in that jail, bro. This one dude used to make spiders out of toilet tissue. I think I told the story. He would scope them.
Oh yeah. You did say that.
Scope them out of toilet tissue, and he would take the threading out of their uniforms, and like that's what he would like make the leg pinch with. So like how the finger has this little part right here and that right there. He would do the same thing on the spider's leg, but he would do it with the threading, right? And then he would dip the toilet tissue in coffee. They would get coffee and shit. He would dip it in the coffee to give it color. I mean, he was making shit for the guards, for other inmates, for the
selling them.
Yeah, not selling. He can't sell them. He was just making for them and shit like that. Yeah. Even though it was against the rules for you to take gifts, like the fucking CO still had them doing that shit.
Yeah.
But he was one of the most talented people I ever met. And I'm like, dude, how you get it? Motherfucker told me that story. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, bro, when you get out of here, keep your head on straight and take this shit to Hollywood Boulevard. If he started charging $20 per spider, he can make 5 spiders off of one roll of toilet tissue.
And really?
Yeah, easy. I'm talking about, and that was the cheap shit he was using. Imagine get out here using a Charmin.
Right.
Bro, you
or just something else completely.
Bro, you take one mega roll and you making fucking $600 off of one roll of toilet tissue.
Well, fuck the toilet tissue. He's clearly gifted. He might as well just use it. He was using that shit because he had to. He could probably build a whole bunch of other shit on the other side for sure.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like people we're fascinated with shit that we're afraid of, like aliens, snakes, spiders. Like that shit would have made him so much money. He could have sold that shit literally on a fucking table, like this card table that I'm sitting on right now. Sell that shit right there, $20 a pop, making it in front of people. They see him making, they're amazed by it. They buy that one right there. He do custom shit or bigger ones, charging extra money, bro. The sky was the limit. But you know,
was he in there for a minute though?
He had 3 years when I left. So I'm sorry. But somebody else had 3 years. He hadn't been sentenced yet. He was just waiting on his court date. He had already been in there for like a year and a half.
Damn, that fucking whack as hell. I hate that. That'd be making me so, like, hearing these prison stories, especially people who shouldn't be in there. That shit makes me so upset. With that. And they trying to figure out what your fan base should be called in the comments. They're talking about More Mob.
I'm seeing More Mob. I saw something else too.
The Herminators.
They called it the Fandoras.
That's hilarious. They're actually really good at that. Huh? They're actually really, really good at making up.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all don't know how much life y'all give us because, like, the real fans, they come in to hear the stuff. And when people when I do the Zooming with the homies, and people be trying to roast and shit like that, the fans from DIYS and all that, they be like, yo, chill out, bro. We ain't here for that. They know, like, cause I never wanted Zooming with the homies to be roast me or roast me live. I wanted to be a place where people can come, talk, relax, relate to other people, laugh, that type of shit. It's not that. And some people get it, some people don't. But a lot of fans come in there thinking it's just that. And I get it. We created that roast culture.
Yeah.
So, like, naturally people are gonna come over for that. But slowly but surely, people understand it's not that, bro. Like,
you don't have to always be that.
Like, it's not like we don't talk about each other every now and then, but it's not that the whole time. It's 2 hours of us chilling. And it would be exhausting if it was 2 hours of roasting. Like, nigga, nobody wants to roast for 2 hours. That shit is just ridiculous.
For real. No, for real though. Hey man, throw me back on the show. Let's get it.
Okay, cool. I got Kev on stage. I got Pretty Ricky. I got who else is on the show tonight? Kev on stage, Pretty Ricky, Delay, and my homegirl Dominique. So you can get on this one, or you can get on the one tomorrow or the one on Thursday. Whichever
one works for you. Okay,
I haven't finished doing Thursday show yet, so I can throw you on Thursday show too. I mean, Thursday show would be great.
Okay, what's today?
Yeah. Today is Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay, bet.
Nigga, doing these flyers, like, cause I have to, like, I get the picture for them, and then I have to, like, clear their background and put up. That's the most time consuming shit right there, just making the flyer.
Couldn't you just have the same flyer and just swap the people out?
I do that, but I still have to, like, they send me a picture that's not it's not a transparent background. So I have to remove the background. I'm using my phone on this app, and I have to just trace it, zoom it all the way in to, like, make it look professional, because I ain't gonna put on a bullshit.
Oh, right.
It takes some time. A flyer takes about an hour.
Damn. All right, grind work then.
Hey man, we out here, bro.
Go ahead and grind it on out then.
Yeah, and so for everybody that's still listening right now, man, the reason I don't have a Patreon right now is because I understand that you guys are signed up for our Patreon, probably signed up for Tony's Patreon, you signed up for Kale's Patreon. We have a lot of the same crossover fan base, and I'm not going to charge y'all for shit that y'all already getting. So main thing is if y'all donate something, make sure you take care of my people. I'm gonna be all right, but take care of my people who are coming on. I appreciate that because like they don't have to devote their time to it, and they do. So I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna try to keep it free as long as possible for as long as we can go with it. And if y'all buy T-shirts and you donate something, I'm good with that, man. So I appreciate y'all. So thank y'all so much, man.
Good stuff.
All right. So
I'm about to get
out here, man. I got like literally like 2 hours before I gotta get back on here for another.
For real though. All right, Scary Squad and Searcher here. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, y'all be easy. Peace.